Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Kate. If you're new here, I like to talk about all things luxury, so if you are into that kind of thing, feel free to subscribe and come and join our little luxurious family that we have here. We would love to have you. Today we're going to be talking about Black girl luxury because I have been seeing on TikTok, a few people commenting on Black girl luxury, quite a few people commenting on Black girl luxury in a negative way. And it's a topic that I feel very passionately about because obviously I make Black girl luxury content. And I have been using the hashtag for a long time, Black girl luxury. And I've been creating content about luxury handbags, shoes, items, lifestyle since 2019. So I am a bit biased because I love Black girl luxury content. I started posting content like that because I wanted to see more people who looked like me unboxing handbags, shoes, accessories, living their best life, etc. And at the time, there just wasn't as much content like there is now. So I wanted to contribute to that searchable content on social media. Back when I first started seeing the hashtag Black girl luxury, it was mostly associated with, like I said, unboxing handbags, shoes, accessories from designer brands, and also living, a luxurious lifestyle. So maybe it's, showing your new car or talking about your luxury high-rise condo or whatever the luxuries in your life were. There was a lot of travel content and dining at nice restaurants, looking at beautiful places. Like I said, it was really just about seeing Black girls live their best lives, live a life of luxury so that you felt like you could do the same thing. To me, putting Black girl luxury or hashtag Black girl luxury on content was kind of just like putting Black girl at the end of your Pinterest search. It's something that, you just do so that you can find people who look like you. It makes it a little bit easier to find other people that you're looking to see unboxings from. There were plenty of Black women critiquing the Black girl luxury movement when it first really got popular around 3 years ago, maybe 3 or 4 years ago. And then I didn't really see very many issues up until recently. So I want to go back and talk about the critiques that were 3 years ago. I'm going to summarize them. That way you know what was happening then. And then I'm going to talk about the critiques that I see now. So while doing some research on the topic, I came across a video from Chrissy. I love Chrissy's channel. If you haven't seen her before, go check out some of her videos and see if you like them. I really like her content. I feel like she talks about a lot of important topics, and I feel like she talks about them in a way that I just really appreciate. So she made a video called Feminists Politicizing the Black Women Deserve Luxury Aesthetic and Why It's a Problem. I'll link it down below if you want to go watch the whole thing. Like I said, it's from 3 years ago, so it's from a while back, and I'm going to summarize it for the sake of time here. So Chrissy referenced a TikTok from a Black creator, and the creator was saying that she was against Black girl luxury content because it shows that Black women deserve the world, but life isn't set up that way. She goes on to talk about systemic oppression and how Black women deserve really the basic rights before they can talk about luxury. Chrissy makes the point that adding in systemic oppression into the Black girl luxury content defeats the purpose. And I completely agree. That defeats the purpose of the movement. The whole point was to have Black women showing their lifestyle that is easy, that feels luxurious, that feels relaxing, something that is escapism for a lot of people. Chrissy said that she saw it as a way where Black women can get away from struggling and get away from race politics. That way they don't have to worry about social justice warrioring for a while. The whole point was to have Black women not be associated with the struggle. She makes the point that there are always bigger fish to fry. There are always going to be bigger fish to fry. There's always going to be a bigger issue to tackle. But the Black girl luxury content was there because it felt good. It made us look good. It's something where you could escape the real problems of life, something where you could aspire to something, or something where it made you feel like there's other Black women who are living a similar lifestyle to you. Now, those were the critiques 3 years ago, and then now I'm starting to see a little bit of a different critique on TikTok. It seems like now Black girl luxury content is being blended into soft life, which I understand. It's being blended into hard wig soft life, which I will stop and explain because I have realized that there are a great deal of people who have not heard that term before. Hard wig soft life. It's based off of the, I guess I would say, ongoing joke that when you see white men with Black women, a lot of times they have hard or stiff wigs. And I saw a really good piece on this talking about like why that actually happens, and I will try to find it and link it down below, but if I don't, I'll talk about it another time. But anyway, hard wig soft life is kind of like a running joke where like you go out, you wear a stiff wig, and then that's what white men are attracted to. It's pretty lighthearted. It's not like a dead serious like people are out there, I mean, I don't know, maybe some people it's really serious, but to me, I take it as a lighthearted joke. It's being blended in with level up content and hypergamy content, which I actually don't think that the things that I listed so far are problematic. I think where it starts to get a little bit more problematic is that it's being blended into the sprinkle content, which is oftentimes used specifically for the purpose of getting money out of men and dating for money and not for, love and feelings and whatnot. And it's also being associated with Slim Kim right now. And in order to talk about this, you have to understand who Slim Kim is. Slim Kim is a TikToker. She was already pretty big on TikTok. Then she made a TikTok that made her go super viral within the online Black community. The video is now deleted, but there have been enough stitches of the video where you can still find it. To summarize, she says, and I'm going to read this, so my favorite thing to be is skinny, and I fear I cannot say that out loud, but it is my favorite thing to be and my favorite fear not to be. Now this made a lot of people mad, and the way that she said it, I feel, was more in like a lighthearted manner, but that doesn't stop the fact that people will still take it to heart. This seemed to lead to a bigger conversation as to why wanting to be skinny as a Black girl means that you want to be white. And I understand a little bit about where that comes from. I don't agree with it, but I understand where it comes from because, of course, the Black beauty standard is typically different than the white beauty standard. The white beauty standard tends to be a lot thinner. The Black beauty standard tends to be more of a thicker, fuller body with curves. As long as you're healthy, there's nothing wrong with either one of those things, but they are two different beauty standards. So then that led to the topic of Black women dating out and being skinny for the purposes of dating outside of their race. And my only issue with that is that it got lumped in with Black girl luxury content. And I just feel like we could have separated them. We didn't need to lump them in together. But this is what's causing people to talk about Black girl luxury content in a negative light because they feel that it's a way to emulate whiteness and that it's specifically targeted at Black women who hate themselves, who want to feel closer to being white. And of course, people don't say these things out loud. That's the quiet part, right? People aren't saying that people are making Black girl luxury content saying that they want to be white. They're saying that Black girl luxury content in itself is emulating whiteness. So a video that stood out to me was the video from this one TikToker. First of all, there's no hate whatsoever to this creator. I appreciate her for sharing her opinions and her experience. That is completely valid. I just want to talk about some of the things that may be harmful about that type of perspective. So I'm going to read this just so that I don't get the wording wrong. So she starts by saying, the reason I don't push Black girl luxury content, even though I occupy that aesthetic, is because I understand that pushing these movements is rooted in patriarchy and white supremacy. Then she goes on to talk about rich white women's obsession with thinness and that there is a segment of the Black community that is now pushing that rich white women aesthetic. I'm kind of paraphrasing some of this because the actual video is about 4.5 minutes long. If you want to go watch it, I will of course link it down below to give credit to this creator. She says that the Black girl luxury content is emulating a certain class and race of people. She says that narratives about how Black women need to start dating up and out, and thinness is a big part of that. She says that she doesn't like the Black girl luxury and soft life content because it's a social construct where you have to occupy certain characteristics for the rest of your life. And she of course is talking about being thin. Like I said, the full video is 4.5 minutes long, so if you want to go watch it, go take a look. A lot of the comments really heavily agreed with her. So I think that that's important to note. It's not that everybody's tearing her down because of what she said. No, there are plenty of comments that agree with her and plenty of people who feel that way. However, I feel differently. So I'm going to read some of the comments to you so that we can see what other people thought. And I'm going to be reading from my phone, so sorry for looking down. This comment says, "You're dead right. I hate that Black girl luxury trend. It's for melanated women who don't love themselves." And the responses to that say, but what's the alternative? Black girl struggle or what? The alternative is Black woman who loves herself and loves her culture and who makes her own money, but also accepts that she needs love, help, support, and community around her. Next comment says, shaking my head. Meanwhile, the term soft life was coined by Nigerians, which we're going to talk about in a little bit. Don't worry. This one says, so Black women cannot take in luxury self-care because it emulates whiteness. I swear we literally cannot do anything. There are so many rules within the Black community. We are judged no matter what. Like I said, there are lots that agree. This one says, I don't think I've ever heard a perspective and viewpoint that was more aligned with my own. You get it. Immediate follow. Thanks for creating this video and expressing this topic so eloquently. I'm not understanding why people are having a hard time understanding this. Yes, this is also why I refuse to straighten my hair or wear wigs despite the pressure to do so to upgrade my look. I completely agree with that. There should not be a pressure to do that in order to upgrade your look or level up or whatever the case is. You should not, feel the need to do that at all. I totally agree with that comment. But I don't think that that's the only thing that this post is about. I love this take on being skinny. It's so true as a fit girl. I've definitely noticed people treat me differently. I think that that's very, very true. She also says the phrase in this video that thinness is a currency that acts as a passport. I agree with that too. It can allow you to be looked at in a certain way that may be beneficial for your lifestyle, pretty much. This one says, equating being skinny with a white woman aesthetic is problematic in itself. Black women exist in all shapes and sizes, and celebrating being skinny doesn't mean rejecting Blackness. Next one says, not everything is owned by white people, not body type, not wealth, not dating up. Hope this helps. This one says, I love Black women in luxury, but you're right, a lot of the Black women in luxury content creators start comparing themselves and trying to keep up with rich white women. I love Black girl luxury. I'm surprised other Black black women view it negatively. This one says, black girl luxury is just black girls emulating rich white women. I'm not into it either. I want black women to know that we do not have to follow any rules. We can be whoever we want to be. I see this in every area. Interior design, makeup, fashion. I want us all to just be. Next one is, I hate that people associate healthiness with whiteness. Black women have been wearing this style of tracksuit that you have on for years. She mentions that she's wearing Lululemon. I wear Lululemon almost daily, so I can relate. She also says in the video that she's wearing Lululemon, she's wearing Uggs. She gives rich white guy's second wife, which I just thought was kind of funny, because while watching the video, and also right now, I am wearing Lululemon and Uggs, and I'm his second wife. So I had to just be quiet on that part. There's only so many things I can critique. She's not wrong there. I have to look at myself and just say she's not wrong. Just let it go. But black women have been wearing this style of tracksuit for years. I only used to see black women with these suits on before the Lululemon. Next one says, black is luxury though. Have you been to Africa? Yes, some parts are third world, but so many parts are generations of built up luxury. Black is luxury, and it's not just reserved for a certain race. So is there a way for a black woman to be classy and sophisticated without emulating whiteness? Why does it seem like this lifestyle is only for white women? How is black women enjoying the finer things in life a bad thing? So like I said, there are some things that I agree with, there are some things that I don't. So I'm not saying that whole video is terrible or anything. I'm just saying that I think that we need to, be okay with black girl luxury being what it is. And it's black women experiencing luxurious things, experiencing relaxation, experiencing happiness, experiencing having financial freedom. I don't think that that's a bad thing whatsoever. For the sake of time, I'm not going to go into depth of the next video, but Crystal Uncut has a video that's somewhat similar to this, kind of the similar topic to this, if you want to go watch it. It's a TikTok, it's pretty short, but I'm not going to go into it for the sake of time because this video could be super, super long. I also saw another creator that I thought was really interesting, Kayla T. I'll put the link to this video down in the description as well. But basically she made a video that was talking about how she felt about black girl luxury and that she was mostly on board with it, but a little bit against it. And she was analyzing within herself why she felt that way. And one of the things that she put on the screen was, let's talk about becoming more self-aware about where your projections stem from. I thought it was a good video. She was saying that there's portions of black girl luxury content that, that she doesn't really vibe with because she wasn't raised that way. The parts that she doesn't vibe with, she mentions first plastic surgery. And I can totally understand being uncomfortable with other people talking about a bunch of plastic surgery. And she says that there are things like insecurities that she's been able to work through and think through and accept and love about herself that someone else sees as a problem. And in the black girl luxury lifestyle type of content, a lot of times these people have money where they are going to fix the problem instead of feeling like, they can live with it and they can move on with it. And, that's completely understandable. I really like this take and I think you should go watch it. I personally support plastic surgery if you want to do it. I'm never going to say that I'm against it. I think that you can get carried away because the whole body dysmorphia thing can really cause you to go further than you ever should. But overall, if you want to change something about yourself, you have the money to do it, you have the time to do it, then I don't really care. Do what you want. But I totally understand her take and I'm glad that she shared. Now, this also loops back into the video that Chrissy made 3 years ago. And I want to acknowledge that she touched on this topic too. It's the same thing, but just with newer terms and newer references to people who weren't around then. Chrissy mentions aspiration of white womanhood and says that we shouldn't send the message that only white people are entitled to a luxurious lifestyle and that most white people don't live a life of luxury, which is a lot of white people don't live that way. So it's not that they're the only ones entitled to it. It's not that they're the only ones living that way. And I don't think that we should show that those are the only people living that way. It's just not true. Especially because all I wanted to see was some unboxings and some black girls go to some nice restaurants and travel some cool places. I think it's harmful when we push away terms like black girl luxury because it puts in black women's heads that we can't just do what we enjoy. You should be able to do what you enjoy. Now, like I said, I was going to revisit soft life. I made a whole video about soft life and how I feel about it and what it's being portrayed as versus what I think that it actually is. So if you want to go check that out, I will link that down below too. But I specifically bring it up on this video because I saw that comment on that first TikTok that I showed saying that soft life was a Nigerian term, which is something that I didn't know. So I went on Google, I had to check it out. And there was a news article and this is what it said. The term soft life originated within the Nigerian influencer community and has since spread globally. Largely through social media platforms, this movement emphasizes comfort, relaxation, and the prioritization of personal well-being over relentless productivity and societal expectations. So how can we say that soft life content is emulating whiteness. There might be some overlap in aesthetics, but like the whole soft life, the whole Black girl luxury movement, it doesn't mean that Black women hate themselves. It just means that they want to live well. I'm trying to be respectful in this video, but it does make me pretty upset that people feel that way about Black girl luxury content. Like, let us live. To me, Black girl luxury content was never that serious. I love having it. I love seeing it. It was never a problem to me. It was never a negative thing to me, ever. To me, it actually doesn't have anything to do with dating and hypergamy. To me, it has everything to do with wanting to see representation in luxurious spaces. I would say that going into designer stores years ago would have been a lot more intimidating to me than it is now, because I see a lot more people like me going into luxury stores. So why would I be concerned anymore? Yes, there are going to be situations where people don't treat you as well. That's on them. That's not on you. That doesn't mean that you don't deserve to do what you want and to buy the things that you want and to be in the places that you want to be. It also was never about being thin to me. I follow plenty of Black girl luxury content creators who are not thin, like plenty of them. That has not really been a thing that has crossed my mind when it comes to Black girl luxury content. I think that kind of crosses a line into a different type of content. That's not what we were talking about with Black girl luxury, I don't feel like. In my humble opinion, all you need is the money and the available credit to purchase whatever item you're showing off on camera and take whatever trip you're taking, go to whatever restaurant you're going to. Those were the only requirements, and be Black. That was it. I just wanted to see girls on vacation and eating at nice restaurants and unboxing cute bags. So I say all of this to say, please continue to make your luxury content if you make Black girl luxury content. Please don't stop because people find it problematic. Your happiness is not problematic. I'm not going to stop making Black girl luxury content. If you watch Black girl luxury content, continue to watch, please, and support Black creators. I think it's important to have the representation, and I don't think that there can be too much Black girl luxury on the internet. That is all I have to say for today. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you have any ideas for videos, let me know down below. Also, if you want to follow me on TikTok and Instagram, if TikTok is still around, but on Instagram for sure, my name is itskateswan on both. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.